Welcome everybody to the Ultra Mega Sparkle Stretch all over little lovely stuff. That's what we're gonna do today. Grab a or have close to you a couch, chair, or bed. It can always help to have blocks or a strap or a towel with you. Pillows are going to be your friend, and the mat is going to be your friend as well. If you don't have a mat, just use extra pillows underneath your knee. This is my cat. That's Bob. Hello, cat.
I brought the dog.
Ah, yes. Awesome. So, let's get started. Here we go. I'm just gonna make sure that I see all of you. Hey Zoe, thanks for joining. I think I'm gonna be able to see you all. If you have a question, shout. Look at that dog, so cute. So let me know if you have questions, and we'll get started right now. Right. So let's start standing up and just place your feet a little wider than your hips, just a tiny bit wider. And we just move from one foot to the other, pressing your weight down, and then switch. Tuck your tail in a tiny bit so you can really stack your hips, shoulders. I'm closing my ribs, pulling my belly button in a little bit. My knees are soft, my shoulders are nice and low. My neck is soft and waving like little seaweed on the waves that you're creating. You can bend that knee quite a bit and then move to the other. And really feel that whole foot on the floor. 2. And try to find the center gently. We're going to move from one side of the feet to the other side of the feet. So you're rocking from the edges to the edges. There you go. Keep your tail pushing forward a little bit. The belly button in, ribs closed, shoulders low. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rock to the front of the foot and to the back. Front, back. If you feel unbalanced, you can grab a wall or anything to balance yourself on. 3, 2, 1, and then let's make circles on the entire sole of the foot, palm of the foot. And reverse, big circles. We'll work a little bit on balance today. Ooh. So bring the whole weight to the front of the foot. Lift yourself up tall. Pull your knees towards your hips. Keep pushing your tailbone forward, closing your ribs. Lifting the crown of your head to the ceiling. And we very gently land down on the heels. Bend your knees and now we go back up. Lift, balance. Use your toes. Press back. Keep pushing the tail forward, ribs in, crown of the head to the ceiling, and down. And one more time, lift up with all that activation. And imagine that you're sinking your feet into very thick clay. And slowly sink down. and soft knees. Let's get to a few nice breaths. So you should be nice and balanced and grounded. Your knees are out of lock. You keep your torso stacked so the hips are low in front. Your belly button is in, chest is closed. Push your chin a little bit back and let's take a nice deep breath in. Bring your shoulders to your ears. And release. And again, in. And release. Again, in. And release. Next time we're going to bring our arms up. Bring in. Shrug your shoulders. And as you exhale, you're going to let your arms go down. And in again. And out. Next time, lift your heels. And out. 2 more. Last one. And release. All right. Come back to your standing position. And then we're going to go head down and head up. So I'm bringing my chin to my throat and nose to my chest. So I'm doing 2 things. I'm not going down. I'm first pulling in and then I'm going down. And up. Pulling in, down, up. Pulling in, down, up. 2 more. Last one. All right, then bring your ear to your shoulder. And other side. And side. So we're definitely going to do some flosses today. Some nerve floss. Because my body is asking for it. So I'll take you on that little journey with me. 2. And 1. And back to the center. Look over your right shoulder. And now look over your left. Keeping your neck long, so keep pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling as you move your chin towards your shoulder and really move from side to side. Each time you try to look over your shoulder a little further without changing your posture, so you're not moving along with your shoulders. Your shoulders stay in line with your hips and your feet. 2 and 1. Back to the center. We're going to make a half circle, starting with our ear to our shoulder, making a half circle to the front, and when your ear reaches your shoulder, you move to the other side. So we really make half circles here. I'm constantly pointing my nose to the center, so to the sternum, to the body axis. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. And bring your hands behind your neck and just placing them there. You can press them on your neck and we're going to make half circles to the back. Open your mouth and let the space be there. So you're really supporting your neck here in this little circle, half circle. And if it feels good, you can slowly pull your hands a little bit further away from each other. So you're giving a little less support and letting your neck get a little bit more range. If that's too much for you, stay where you are or bring your hands a little bit back or slide them completely off and make the half circles with just your neck. 2, 1, and then make one big circle to one side. Very slow. Let's make another one. And reverse. And back to the center. There we go. We're going to flex our hands, and then we're going to bring our shoulders up and down, up, down. The more you flex them, the more it will feel weird in your nerve, in your arms. So if you feel like weird little tingling, it shouldn't hurt, but if it feels like a little crazy, and that's what you need to feel. Up, down, up, down. Try to really bring it up to your ears. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring one and then the other. This will feel even weirder probably. So I can feel a nervy, weird sensation on my palm and also in my armpit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then roll them back with your hands still flexed. If this starts to burn a little bit, great. You're doing what you need to do. 4, 3, 2, and forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And give it a little shake. Right. We're gonna continue with the shoulders. So we're gonna take the neck in a little bit, but we're gonna first do the shoulders a little bit because I feel like if the shoulders are loose, my neck can release a lot more. So we're gonna go all the way down, push your shoulders down as low as you can, then push your shoulders forward, up and back, down, front, up, back. So really you're trying to exaggerate that circle. Front, up, back, down, front, up, back, down. 2 more. And last one. Up, back, now reverse. So back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down. 2 more. Back, up, front, down. Last one. Back, up, front, down. And move your hands forward and bring the backs of your hands together. So your thumbs are down and you're bringing the backs of your hands together. You're going to reach it up, bring it back behind you, and a big circle back. And turn and back. So every circle you start with your backs of your hands together, thumbs down. Keep your knees nice and soft. Oh yeah, and Chris, because it's your first time, the rest knows this already. After 40 minutes, the Zoom meeting will end, but you can just go back to the same link and restart it, and we'll continue. So you know that will happen. Last one, back. And now we're going to turn our thumbs backwards and reach as far back as you can, and then forward. Thumbs back, reach as far back as you can, and forward. Back and forward. So I'm turning, rotating open before I start to turn. 2 more. And last one. All right, now grab a towel or a strap or a belt. I have a resistance band, you can use that as well. But if you don't have one, a belt will work just fine. So, we'll get into deeper shoulder stretches later, but I always love this one to do as a first thing. I know it's not the first thing, but we're definitely going to get there. So I'm grabbing my hands a little wider than my shoulders. If you don't have a resistance band, grab it a little wider still. You need to be able to get it over to the back. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to show you a little bit from the side. I'm moving my hands up. Then here, when my hands come on, above my shoulders, I'm going to shrug my shoulders to get it toss my head, and then I'm going to go back, down. And then I'm going to go back up, shrug my shoulders, and forward. Now, maybe you could already see that I wasn't arching my back. So here, I'm not arching to get it through. No, I'm keeping my ribs closed. I'm keeping my belly button in, and I let all the movement come from my shoulders and not let my back interfere. So if that's hard, if you feel like you need to arch or you need to bend your arms, bring your hands a little further apart because you probably have your hands a little too close together to make that circle happen. Yes. Forward. You can pick up the pace if you want, and you can stay nice and slow. I feel that after a few reps, my shoulders get warm, they get looser, so I can pick up the pace. Or what you also can do is grab a little narrower, more narrow, and start here again, keeping that belly pulled in, keeping those ribs closed, shrugging your shoulders to get your arms puffed. Let's do 4 back and forward. So 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right. Bring the strap away. We're just going to warm up our lower body a little bit before we go into anything further. So bring your feet a little wider than your hips. We're going to do a couple of squats where I push my booty back and I keep my knees on top of my feet and I'm coming back up. So I'm really going backwards and straight. Backwards, straight. Try to go as low as your knees with your hips. Yes. Keeping your back active, keeping your belly pulled in so you keep the balance. If you do this the right way, you will feel that the weight comes off from the front of the foot. If you feel that your toes are pressing into the floor, you need to push your booty a little bit more back. Yes. Let's do 4 more. Woo. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it down and little bounces. Little bounces. Bounce. So my knees are pointing forward, feet are pointing forward, knees are not sticking out over my toes. And I'm going to lift my right heel. And then I'm going to lift my left. Lift your right. Lift your left. Lift your right. Lift your left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then hold your right heel up and make little bounces. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and other foot. 8. This should burn. This should be heavy. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel back to the floor. Hang out over your legs. Just let your body come down. Your knees are bent. Relax your lower back. And I'm just swaying from right to left. And I'm going to tuck my tail in and rounding myself all the way up. Yes. Now we're going to step wider with your toes out and your knees to the side. For this one, your balance is going to be a little bit weirder. What helps is bringing your tailbone forward, keeping your knees open. So you don't want to lean your body forward. You're going to go straight down like you're going to slide your back on the wall. Yes. Yeah. Down, up, down, up. Tuck your tail forward as you reset on top. You tuck your tail forward so you can bend it nice and low. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it down, little bounces. Little bounces, arms can go to the side. Balance. Now we're going to do a little floss of the arms, bringing one palm up and one palm down, all the way into your shoulder. Twist it. Twist. 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 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your elbows on your knees and push your knees open. Stay here. I'm going to do some tuck and tilts. So I'm going to tilt and tuck that lower back, arching, rounding. Try to focus the movement on your lower back. If it feels better to put your hands on your knees, you can do that as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring your hands on your knees and press one shoulder down. And then switch other shoulder. Switch one more time on each side. And last one. All right, back to the center. Hands can go to the floor. You can turn your toes forward now and keep your knees bent and just move here a little bit. Go as low as you can, but don't force it. You're still very much warming up. I'm just moving my weight from one foot to the other. I'm basically drawing figure 8s with my tailbone. And if it feels good, you can start to straighten out those legs. If your hands cannot stay on the floor, you can put your hands on your couch or on the wall or anywhere where you can keep that movement. So I'm going to show you from the back what a figure 8 looks like here. I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bend down, tuck your hips under, roll yourself up. Yes. Then we're going to bend our back. Bend our knees, arch your back, go all the way down. Tuck your hips under and around. So we're doing this whole thing with bent legs, except for when you're all the way up. So bend as you arch, and on the bottom, you tuck your hips forward and round up. Bend, round, 2 more. Last one. And then we're going to reverse it. We're going to round it down, bending your knees, pushing your hips forward here. And then you can either stay with your bent knees arching up, or if your hips and hamstrings already want to, you can straighten out your legs and arch up. Rounding forward, arching up. Rounding forward, arching up. 2 more. Last one. Yes. All right, come to your knees and hands. Now, I don't have a lot of pressure on my hands, yeah, so I'm not really moving forward. We are going to do some wrist exercises. So if you feel, you can place your hands like this or like this for this exercise for the wrist, Frederick especially. Just see how far you can get, yeah? Just be gentle to your body. Let's bring our my hips forward, nose to your hips, and then arching into a cow. This is called the cat, and this is the cow. I'm just rounding and arching, placing your hands however you like, as long as it doesn't hurt. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it all the way back. And we're gonna be in our child's pose. So I'm trying to push my heels back to, my butt back to my heels. I'm placing my forehead on the floor and I'm bringing my elbows a little lower than my shoulders. I'm just gonna make it a little lower. We're gonna make 5 letters. We're gonna do WTYIO. So, WTYIO. Yes? So everything, let's do it with the palms down except for, oh no, with the palms down, all of them. So like that. W, make sure your elbows are a little lower, so not there. There, T, Y, I, and then O. Yes. We're going to do 8 lifts of each. We're going to go continuously, so we're not stopping in between. Get ready. On the floor. W. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Use your shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the T. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the Y. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the I. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then to the O. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up and straighten out the arms. Bring it next to your hips and bring it back to the O. All off the floor. Back to your hips and back to the O. Straighten out. Let's do 2 more. And last one. All right, and release. You can bring your hands next to your body and just let your shoulders fall forward. If you wiggle your hips, you can shake your back. Could feel nice. All right. And bring your hands a little bit more to the front. So you're in a puppy pose. That means knees underneath your hips. And then I'm going to move one hand in between. So I have my right arm in front. I move my left arm underneath. Bring the shoulder to the floor. And just enjoy that shape. If that feels good, you can make it more intense by bringing your arms up, your free arm up. If that feels good, you can bring that hand behind your back and see if you can find your thigh. Ooh. So I will show you, just come out for a sec so you can see what I'm doing. Because that one is a little weird. Hold on. So I'm here, and I'm here, and this arm goes up, and I'm going to bring it to the back, slide it down, and then finding your thigh. And then you can press it open to a lovely twist. Yeah? So let's give that a go. Ooh. Same side one more time. And then we'll do the other side a little longer. Here. If that feels good, bring your arm up, twisting. If that feels good, I'm turning my palm away from the front and bringing that hand down, finding the thigh. Yes, yes. Hickey back. Yeah, there you go. And let's do the other side. Let's do that a little longer. So I'm opening, sliding it through. Just start with this position, allowing this to happen. If this feels good, I'm bringing my arm up to the ceiling. And
And if that feels good, I'm turning my palm, bending my arm, and finding my thigh. You can also just find your back, that's also fine. As long as you're actively opening that elbow. Let's do a couple more nice deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly get out. All right, come back to puppy and just make fists and roll from side to side. And when you have one elbow on the floor, you can bend that elbow as well and bring the hand between your shoulder blades. And other side, bend the elbow, bring the hand between your shoulder blades. Just a little bit of a tricep stretch. Bring hand. Let's do one more on each side. All right. Okay, so let's do really quick. Yes. Before our time stops, which is in 5 minutes, we'll grab our couch, or go to your couch. I'm going to grab this little lovely poof, and let's finish our shoulders here. So the easiest version is to just bring your hands on top and then just lower your chest. If you want, so this easily goes to your hands being too wide, so you can grab a book or something that is keeping your arms nice and parallel. I have a yoga block here, and then you can keep the hands on the block as you go down. If that feels good for you, you're gonna bring your elbows on the floor, hands together. Elbows on the chair, hands together. And you're gonna drop yourself through in the middle. Let's first look forward. So you're not bringing your head between your arms, you're first looking forward. Then in this position, you're gonna try to clap your hands. It may sound like the most sarcastic clap, like well done. But you really wanna bring your whole palm of your hands away from each other. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Try not to do this. This is easy. It's all about opening up the shoulders when you release. Yeah. Now, we're gonna bring our head now between our arms. Ugh. And just hang out there. So I'll show you that from the side. There we go. From here, I'm bringing my head between my arms. There we go. Nice and low. Deep stretch. And if that feels good, after a few breaths, try to also clap here. Whoa. Again, lifting the palms away from each other, not just the fingers. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them out, away from each other. Try to get a little deeper. And place them together. Go all the way deep. If this feels nicer with your hands straight, go to your hands straight, your arms straight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And so that is especially for those who do office work. That one should feel really, really nice. Okay, we'll do one neck stretch and then we'll continue. We'll probably have to restart it in a little bit, but I'm just gonna walk through this. So we're gonna stretch your neck by pressing the skin down and bringing our head up. You're gonna keep your jaw closed as you do this. So you're not clenching your grinders, but you're gonna keep them closed just gently. Then you're gonna lean back and press the skin down. To get out, I don't want you to bring your head back forward. Instead, I want you to bring your body forward until you feel that the gravity is not pulling on the back of your head anymore, and you can gently let your head come down. Yes? If it feels a little too much to sit on your knees, just sit on a pillow or put a pillow between your knees and your heels. That also can be nice and comfortable. All right, let's get going. Press down and up, bring your jaw. Up, up, up. If you want a little extra, oh. Yes. Hello, hello. Everyone is probably still in their stretch.
Het was zo perfect getimed. Ik dacht ook, oh.
Yeah, hello. I knew it was going to be a tricky moment to start that stretch. Right. So I reckon we just do it for a couple more breaths. So if you already did it for a long time, you're just going to do it again, but just for a couple of breaths. I hope Zoe is going to come back to us. But let's go down, bring the head up. And if you want, you can press your chin even further up by doing a bulldog chin, yeah? So channel your inner pug. And then slowly move it forward, 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 forward. And then bring your head down. And just shake it as you roll yourself up. All right. Yes. All right. Next part is forearms. We're going to do that very short and sweet. It's going to be mostly activation and so forearms and wrists. It's going to be activation, a little bit of stretch. If this is too much, just take it with almost no weight on it. So you can do this whole exercise with your hands next to you, bringing all the weight to your legs. And the more forward you move it, and especially the more forward you are leaning, the more intense this is going to be for your wrists, yeah? So let's start with some burners. We're bringing our arms in front here, keeping your arms straight. We're just going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to circle. Big circles with the straight arm. 4, 3, 2, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go sock puppets. So you're going to go keeping your fingers straight, but you're going to find your thumb on your middle and ring finger, up and down. Sock puppets. And excited sock puppets. Spread your fingers. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then the last one is going to be the killer. Flexing your hands and then curling your fingers under. Flexing, curling, flexing, curling, flexing, curling. You should feel the burn by now. 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, I know, 3, 2, 1, and she goes. I love that one. I do this a lot for pole, but also I got it from handstands. So let's place our hands together like this in our prayer position, and you just press your fingers together. Yes. As you do this, try to find your forearms together, and you kind of slide them over each other. Yes. 8, 7, 6, keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to bring it a little bit more down. Rick, you can keep going on this one if you want. Here, and then you're going to do the same, pressing your fingertips together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then interlacing your fingers, and we're going to roll in little circles. My forearms are sliding over each other. And just rolling. And reverse the roll. I'm going to go to roller coasters. 3, 2, 1, reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake it up. Then we're gonna place our hands in all these different shapes. So this one, you can come up a little bit because that's the easiest. You're just gonna turn your hands in all these different directions and just press the palm on the floor gently and then go into another position. If that's too much, you can just do it with your fingers. If your wrists are not working today, just take it to a finger stretch in all these different directions. Yeah, then you can still have the same shapes going on, but you're not putting the pressure on your wrists. I usually make this a wrist-friendly class, but every now and then our wrists want a little love there too. All right. And then we're finishing with our hands, with our fingers towards us. In this position, you're going to bend and straight the arms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to keep it straight and you're going to sit back. You're going to slowly, if you can't anymore, you're going to peel your palm off the floor. And then if that can't anymore, your thumb, and then peel your fingers, bending your arms. All right, give it a little roll, a little shake. Now we're reversing it. This is the last exercise for our wrist. So you're going to come back up. You're going to flex your hands with the palms away from you. Find the floor, and then press first the fingers down on the floor. Then try to keep your thumb first off and just wiggle your thumb a couple of times. And place your thumb next to your index finger and get further down and then lift yourself up till your palm hits the floor. And then bring the back of the hand to the floor and just curl your fingers. There you go. Okay, give a little shake. And let's go to a little hip opener before we go to toes and feet. Because I feel that if my hips are open, I can already take a lot more in the rest of my legs. So let's start by putting our feet together and butterfly. Stay here. I'm just pulling you in a little bit more. There we go. A little closer. Butterflies. And try to not grab your feet, but grab your ankles so your feet can stay in a natural line. Try to sit up tall. If sitting up tall is a little intense, you can always sit on a pillow or on a roll of towel because I want to have my back nice and active here. Then we're going to round our back, pull your belly button in, pull your shoulder blades apart, pull the front of your shoulders forward, your nose goes to your chest. Then from here, I'm going to push myself down towards my feet, rolling up, arching, and back, round, down, roll up, arch, and back, down. So from the side, round, push, arch, up, round, push, arch, up. If it feels really intense to do that with your hands in front, you can also help a little bit by putting your hands in the back. That can also give you a lot of support. 2 more. And last one. All right. Place your ankle on your knee and then your knee on top of your ankle. If you're right there, that's fine. So we're just gonna go into a little bit of a hip opener here. If this is super intense, you're gonna bring this lower foot in towards your hip. Yeah, it's gonna give you a lot more range to move. But if you're kind of open in your hips, you can bring the legs on top of each other like that. All right, let's just move front and back. So roll from the front of your sits bones to the back of your sits bones. I promised you nerve flosses, completely forgot. I'll do that, at least one for you. 2 and 1. Make sure that it's not your foot on your knee, because then your foot comes in this ankle. I really want you to have your ankle on your knee. So that bone should be pressing a little bit on your knee, on the muscles around your knee. Keep it forward and then try to press your belly towards your legs. So we're really trying to, that feels good. Lower it a little bit. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's do the other side quickly. Hop. So I'm bringing the other ankle on the knee. Again, if this feels really tight, bring that foot in closer so you have some space to move. But if it feels okay, you're gonna keep it parallel, rounding and arching your back, or moving from the front of your sits bones to the back of your sits bones. Yes, you can press from the back if you want, a little bit more support from your arms. It's basically for balance. It's not, I'm not really using a lot of pressure here. And keeping it in front, and you're trying to get your belly closer to your legs a couple of times. 3, 2, and last one, hold it down, pressing the belly down. You can walk your hands a little bit forward, forward, forward. Couple of deep breaths here. 3, 2, and 1. Walk yourself up. Let's do a little sciatic nerve stretch. I'm just going to shake my legs a little bit because it feels nice. So my sciatic nerve, it's one of the biggest nerves in your body. And it gets tense quite easily, and people don't notice. And they feel, oh, back pain, lower in the butt pain, stuff like that. And you can really easily keep it up, like maintain your floss or your nerve there, and it feels good. So I'm going to sit down on something that's quite high enough for me to keep my knees in a 90-degree angle. This is the most comfortable, actually sitting on a table, but I don't have a table that's stable enough, or I have to go to the kitchen and I'm not going to bother. So if your legs are dangling, it's going to be even more effective. So from here, what you're going to do is we're going to straighten out the right leg. Then you're going to bring your chin to your chest, rounding your back, rounding your upper back, rounding your lower back, and trying to pull your nose to your leg. So you're very round. It doesn't look like something intense. If you're very round, then you're going to bend your knee and you're going to bring your head even further down. Then you're going to keep yourself down as you straighten out your knee again, and then back up. So you can feel it in your entire back, shooting down your hamstring. Bend your knee further down, straightening it up, and straighten up your back. So it's a long muscle. It basically goes all the way down your leg, bending the knee, go lower, straightening your leg, stay low, and bringing it up. And wherever you are tightest, you will feel this the most. Bending your knee, straightening your leg, straightening it up. Last one on this side. Straighten the leg, rounding the body, bending your knee, bending your body even further, keeping your body low as you straighten out your leg, and bring it back up. All right, let's do the other. The other side. Sorry. Here we go. Thought I lost you, but I didn't. I had it pop up. Okay, other side. Rounding, rounding, bending the knee, rounding even further down, and keeping it down, lifting the leg, and rounding it up. So this is a maintenance thing. If you do this every day, you will prevent a whole bunch of problems in your back. It's called sciatic nerve floss, and there's different ways of flossing them, but this one I got from my physiotherapist. So I reckon it's good. Yes. Rounding down, straightening the leg, getting back up, rounding the body, rounding the leg, straightening the leg, getting back up. Let's do 3 more. Rounding, bending the leg, straightening the leg, and get back up. 2 more. Bending the knee, straightening the leg, rounding back up. Last one. Down, round. Bend the knee, go down, straighten, and back up. All right. Get the hoof out of the way. We're going to go for some lovely toes and shins and calves. All right. So for this one, you want to have a towel or a belt or a strap. Preferably not too stretchy. So I have this one that is not super stretchy. That one could work. This one is super stretchy. It doesn't work for this one. So I'm using this. All right. I'm gonna go and lay down. So I'm gonna lift up and have the towel or the strap in your hand. Now I'm gonna go and flex my foot and push my heel towards the ceiling, pulling my toes in. So this should be a lovely calf stretch. Yes. And you can pull as much as feels comfortable. Then from here, as you're pulling, you're pressing your foot into that strap and trying to get a pointed foot. You don't worry about pointing your toes. I just want your feet to be pointed. You can keep your toes in a flex position. And then bringing it back down, heel up and pressing there. Bringing it down, bringing it up, bringing it down, bringing it up, down. So this can already also feel a little bit like a hamstring stretch if you're quite tight in your hamstrings and this straight body
can already feel like a stretch, so that's good. 2 more. Last one. Up. And let's switch feet. So here, all the way flex. Pull your heel towards the ceiling and all the way point, but flexing your toes still. And the flexing of the toes is also to keep the strap on the foot. So it's also good to isolate the muscles. So when you're flexing, you're not, when you're pointing, you can isolate your toes from that shape. 3, 4. Let's do enough on each side. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now we're going to bring up both your feet. If you can keep your legs here without it being heavy, you can do it without the strap. Otherwise, use your strap just around your legs to help yourself a little bit. Yeah. But if you're like, if your natural range is here without using activity, you don't need that. But if you are already struggling sitting here, just use the strap to hold your legs here. We're going to go to a flex, and we're going to open the toes. We're going to point, and we're going to point the toes and close. Flex, flex, open, close, close. Now I'm doing 2 things. I'll just show you from here. So I'm going to go flex. So flex, flex. Flex, flex. Open, and I'm pointing, but not my toes, and then I'm pointing with my toes, and I'm turning it in. Yeah? So open, open. Here, close, close, in. Yes? All right. So just lay down and then do that. So here, flex, open, point, point toes, close. Flex the feet, flex the toes, open the feet, point the toes, close the feet. Flex the feet, flex the toes, open the feet, point the toes, close. Let's see if we can get it in a little bit of a tempo, keeping your legs super tight here. Flex, open, point, close. Flex, flex, open, point, close. 2 more on this side. You should feel a lot of activity in your calves and in your shins. And we're going to reverse. So open, flex, flex, close, point, open, flex, flex, close, point. This one's hard. Flex the toes first, then flex the feet. Close. Point the toes first, then point the feet. Open, flex, flex, close, point. Let's do 3 more. Flex, flex, close, point. 2 more. Flex, flex, close, point. Last one. Open, flex, flex, close, point. And shake it out. Woo! That one was quite intense. Then grab your strap again. Let's do this sitting up. That's the most comfortable. And you're wrapping that strap or that towel around once. So I got it here, and I wrapped it around 1 extra time. Yes? Now from here, I'm just going to wiggle from side to side. So I'm pulling on right, pulling on left. This is a nice little relaxation of what we've just done. Did you feel that? On my calves and my shins, especially my shins, are burning from that last one. Woo! Just wiggle it from side to side. And let's do the other side. rounding it, and just wiggle there, side to side. If it feels better for you to keep it on the floor, you can do that as well. Yeah, you can just put it on the floor and wiggle from there. All right. Okay. Let's see how we are for time. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna do one more exercise. For this one, I want you to have a pretty bulky pillow or some blocks, a block. And you're gonna bring it between your ankles and your feet. So I really love this one, but I know a lot of people hate this exercise. So be gentle with your body. I'm gonna rock now from this. I'm trying to keep my ankles attached to my pillow or my block. If they come off, it's not a problem, but try to keep pushing them towards the pillow, this way or towards the block. This way your legs stay really straight and your feet as well. I'm gonna roll to the back and lift up my knees. You can do a little bit. You can just start here and see how that feels. Yes. And just roll as you keep pushing the ankle towards the inside. 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. Hold it up as much as you can, keeping those ankles together or close to each other. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently roll out, and then let's do a Japanese sit. So I'm bringing my ankles together. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see. Bring my ankles together, and my heels, they're touching. Yes? So this is the only way you can do this. If it's here, it's going to be way easier, but you're not going to get that lovely ooh-ah-ah. So from here, you're going to tuck your toes under as much as you can, keeping those heels and ankles attached. And then you're going to place your hands on your knees and bring the weight back, back, back. If that feels good, you can lean over a little bit. But remember, your ankles need to be, your feet need to be connected completely. You should feel that in your big toe, in the arc of your foot. Try to not arch too much. Try to pull your belly in so you can really press down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lean forward and give a little tappy tap. Up, 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 up. We'll do one more of each. So, ankles on the block. Here. We're going to roll back a couple of times. Remember, don't let your ankles fall out too much. Try to push them towards the block. 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly down, and one more time, Japanese sit. Press the feet down, heels together, and then come up as much as you can. And the more you're leaning back, the more weight will be on your feet. Pull your belly button in, press your hips a little bit to the front. 4, heels together. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down and tappy tap. Okay. There we go. So it was a lot of little muscle groups today. For next week, I am planning hip openers and straddles again. I haven't done straddles in a while, so let's do straddles. I'm just gonna, oh wait, let's close with 3 breaths so I can take the YouTube off and then we have a little chat. So breathe in, bring your shoulders to your ears, and release, and again, and release. Last one, bring it up, side again, and release, and give a little shake, shake, shake. Give yourself a hand. Well done. The Zoomers, stay with me. Just gonna make sure that this is gonna go here. There we go.